Hello. Long time no talk. Long time no document, I mean. So yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time I made a video, just kind of updating on what's going on was a few months ago, and a lot's happened since then. So there was the removal of the birth control, which it happened finally. I did it the day after that video was posted, I think. I think it was the day before, I think. But yeah, I'm still on Wellbutrin. I'm still on Zoloft. I believe I raised my Wellbutrin dosage to 350, I want to say. I could be wrong. I don't have it with me. And then Zoloft is, I think maybe it's down to like 50. So I'm, like I mentioned before, I'm like slowly trying to wean off the Zoloft. And that's just mainly for just weight concern reasons. But I've had this new dosage now for like a month or so, and I feel fine. I feel normal. I did leave my job, my job that I always raved about, that I loved. I left because, as much as I loved the freedom that I had, and just the coworkers, and just the creative freedom to just put out whatever, even though that was all great, of course, there was a lot of issues, just lack of management. A lot of people just didn't have a good grasp on like food safety and just like how to work at a food establishment, because this was a coffee shop and also a bakery, because I was baking there and stuff, and I've worked in many kitchens before, so just kind of seeing these individuals and how they work, and just a lot of them were like really young kids, like 19 or 20, and they were in college. So when you're around that age, you honestly just don't care, right? So that was the case with a lot of the employees there. As much as I loved them because they were great to talk to, they were super nice, I just had a lot of like bottled up anger, and just I never felt really appreciated for what I was doing. I had put in so many hours, and just I was always constantly at work and just doing stuff, and it just never felt like I was just truly appreciated for what I did. So yeah, what ended up happening, that like completely had the bottle cap flying off of this fucking anger filled bottle. What made the cap fly off was the owner he's racist, he is homophobic, and those are things that I just don't vibe with. I believe that love is love, and whoever wants to be with, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And then the color of your skin is another thing. It's like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to single out people just because of the color of their skin. That's ridiculous, right? So there was a lot of things that I didn't see eye to eye with the owner. I remember last year for July, which I think is Pride Month, or June. I'm so sorry. I think it's July. No, June. Oh, it's one of those 2 months, okay? I'm spacing out right now. But I wanted to do a lot of pride themed desserts, just to, just support and show that, we're on your side. We're on the side of love, and we don't question or care about who you love. It's just love, So I wanted to have some of the pastries have like a part of the proceeds going to like the Trevor Project and stuff like that, and he said no. And I was like, okay. And in terms of like the rainbow themed desserts, which I wanted to do a lot of, he said no. But at that point I was like, okay, well, if you're not letting me at least set aside some of these proceeds to donate to a charitable cause, I don't care what you say about not doing rainbow themed desserts. I'm gonna do it. And I did it, whatever. But anyways, we just didn't see eye to eye. And when it came to the coffee shop, it was very clear that it was just like a hobby business for him. Like, he didn't care about us as people and as his employees. He was never there. There was a lot of problems, like plumbing issues, and there was just a lot of issues that needed proper maintenance, and he was just always out of the country and like doing all this weird shit. So yeah. And one of the maintenance things that had to have been taken care of a long time ago, like when he first opened the business. I think it's been 2 years now since this coffee shop has been open. And from the get-go, what he needed to do was to add a vent for the oven so that all that heat can fucking exit or just, be absorbed by the vents. But obviously, it's a lot. It's one less expense for him. He was just like, whatever, it's fine. We don't need it. And then, a few months ago, the health inspector came and was like, where's the vent for the oven? It needs a vent. And what ended up happening is that they impounded the ovens. So, they went to the breaker, they shut it off. I couldn't use it. And, this is entirely the business owner's fault, right? I'm just venting at this point. I'm sorry. I just need to explain why I left, because there was just so much frustration. So, obviously, there was an issue for me because I couldn't really bake anymore, because I couldn't use the oven, because the owner just doesn't care about anybody and doesn't care that there's not proper ventilation in the kitchen. And he was just like, hey, Joe, don't worry about coming in. I'll call you when I need you. And I sent him a message and I was like, no. No. I'm coming in. I'm gonna find things to do because this is not my fault. I'm not gonna lose out on work because of something that your negligence is responsible for. I'm coming in. I'll figure out what to do. There's something to do. So, no. And, so that really pissed me off because I was like, okay, well, I should have known that I'm expendable and he just doesn't care about anybody and anybody can be replaced. So I was like, this was the last straw for me. I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I quit. And it was very hard, but there was a lot of customers that enjoyed a lot of the pastries. So I ended up going solo and I started working from home. I have a big old oven and I've just been baking from home. I got a wholesale account and I've just been doing that every twice a week. I go deliver pastries to another coffee shop and I'm slowly making it's just enough income to scrape on by, but I'm working for myself. It sucks that I'm in a super small space, but you know, it is what it is. I feel much happier, more stressed, obviously, because this is all on me at this point, right? So, but there have been a lot of loyal customers from the old coffee shop that still support me, and I'm very appreciative of that. So that's what's been going on. I also applied for the pastry program at my local community college, and I should be getting a response to see if I was accepted sometime next week, I think. But now there's another thing that I've been considering, and I don't know if I'm going to follow through, but I'm very heavily considering joining the military. I know that sounds random, but I've looked into like the culinary careers in the military, and you get to enroll in their style of culinary school, and you just get to work through that. And part of me was like, you know what? In these courses that they have for culinary, they go through like the business aspects, right? And just basic knife skills and just all the things, all the fundamentals that I wanted to learn in school that I would have been paying out of pocket, I would be doing in the military. I was specifically thinking of the Coast Guard, because a lot of the things that I was reading suggest that they have like pretty much the best culinary program out of the military, but they also have the most difficult boot camp. And it's funny how you still have to do that even though you're going to be working with food. But I'm heavily debating that. Obviously it's difficult because I'm in a relationship, I have family, and it's just like I'm just not entirely 100% sure that this is something that I want to do, but I'm leaning very heavily towards trying something like that. And I know it's not a joke, right? Like, these kind of things test your endurance and test your just, it's very stressful. I've contacted a recruiter as well. I think we're gonna speak on Monday, and yeah, we'll go from there. But that's an update on everything that's been happening. Back to what I was saying in the beginning, the medication aspect. I don't know how that would work if I did join the military, but everything's going great. I'm working for myself now. I have my own little business. If you're interested and you're in the Riverside area, it's called the Lazy Libra. If you ever want like custom cakes, or even if you want to look at my Instagram page, it's there. And yeah, so that's kind of it. That's where I'm at. And I hope to anybody who is on these medications is doing well, and that your dosages are working out for you, and stay positive and just keep yourself busy. The more busy you are, the less time you have to think about all the stupid bullshit that your mind tries to try to trick you with, and try to make you think about all these negative things or these feelings of hopelessness. If you keep yourself busy, you don't have to worry. Most of the time, you don't have to worry about being distracted by those things, because you're going to be busy. But power through. We got this. And yeah, take care of yourself and be safe. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching my update videos.